Given the presence of the tenons in this clearing, there must be a nest not far from here.
Че, правда? Ну-ка, ща по стелсу. Тун-тун-тун.
The dominant one only came out at dawn. I should come back later.
И тем что, пофигу? На рассвете нажать вперед. Нам требуется один стихийный препарат. Так, отдыхать до рассвета.
It is dawn, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest.
Если повылазили. Что такое? Смотреть. Как в Ведьмаке втором.
We are near water, in the area the fisherman's brother mentioned. A nest must be close to here.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. To my help. And death to the others.
It is dawn, the ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest. The ideal moment. I must kill the dominant one before destroying the nest. The third nest is destroyed. The master hunter will be relieved to hear it, I'm sure. A basket full of berries and a trap full of fish. All of it scattered and half eaten by beasts. Our two lost souls were here together. They must have been attacked, or they wouldn't have left these behind. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find their trail.
Давай прочесываем. Еще бы он не застревал, блин, в 3 деревьях. Так, кровь ведет в пещеру.
That cavern seems home to some creatures. Let's be wary. It could very well be the lair of that great tenland the hunter spoke of.
Невозможно забраться. Ну, плюешься.
One is older than the others. Judging by his clothing, he was a missionary. The two others are more recent, a man and a woman. Our missing couple, no doubt. They were dragged here and devoured alive. What a tragic fate.
Записка, найденная на трупе проповедника. Гилариус, будь осторожен, когда будешь загонять белого Тенлана в пещеру. Это свирепая тварь, и другие твари ей подчиняются. Они уже многих загрызли, постарайся не стать следующим.
I cannot believe that these missionaries used such a ruse to achieve their goals. 2 youths died because of them.
And we wonder why the natives have a bad opinion of us.
Хуя повылазили. Так смешно падает.
Let's return to the village. Their families need to be informed.
Да.
Good day. I'm the legate of the congregation of merchants on this isle. Might I ask you a few questions?
Of course. Our allies from the continent are always welcome among us. What do you want to know?
Спросить об их задаче.
Could you tell me what your mission here is?
We must return these lost souls to the light and guide them so that they might receive the revelation. We have constructed the perfect village, Eden, where they might discover peace. In this protected paradise, they can receive divine teachings and join the illuminated, chosen people.
Спросить о нападении Тенланов на деревню.
Have you heard about the Tenlan attacks on the village?
I didn't know those creatures were given that name, but yes, we have heard talk about the attacks. We offered them our help and some comfort in their most difficult hour.
In exchange for some inspiring conversation, I suppose.
Of course. These horrible beasts have most certainly been sent by the demons of this isle. To chase only a few away would be of no use. If they truly desire peace, they must see the light.
You haven't been victim of these attacks?
On occasion, yes. But thanks to the Illuminated, we were able to chase them away with little effort.
Спросить о связи между Тенланами и демонами.
You seem to assert that the attacks of these Tenlands is somehow linked to the demons on the isle. Whereas these are creatures that the natives have always known. They nest beside them.
These are familiar beasts, but hasn't anyone informed you that their patterns have changed? These creatures have been riled up by the demons of the island, who have come to realize we are near victory. Sending them against these poor people, they maintain them in a state of fear and obedience to their shaman healer. There is only one way to truly make these attacks cease, my child. Convert these people. Defeat these demons.
The Denegat of this village wishes for you to depart. You disturb the tranquility of their village.
And you expect us to obey him? Haven't you understood that he is a servant of the island's demons? To leave would be to abandon the simplistic souls of all those that follow him, ceding victory to the demons. No, my child. We will not leave this place until the light shines over every dwelling.
Бля, какие
I fought
душные.
against a great number of Tenlands. One that was quite spectacular. A great white beast. Its mere presence seemed to aggravate the others, attract them and make them aggressive.
A beast sent by the demons, no doubt. But
Stop taking me for a fool. We also found a journal detailing your vicious plan. I have only one piece of advice to give you. Leave, and quickly. Or the Mother Cardinal will learn every detail of your manipulations.
we shall be leaving as soon as possible. But let it be known that you are abandoning all of these poor souls to damnation.
Perhaps you should be more concerned about your own soul, sister. People have died by your fault.
Well, Onolmanawi, have you found my brother?
I found him, but I'm truly sorry your brother is dead.
Andevush dire. May the earth welcome him. I felt it. How did it come to pass? He knew every stone on our lands. It couldn't have been an accident.
He had a liaison with a young girl from the village. They would meet in a clearing, and they must have forgotten the hour. Night took them by surprise, and a Tenlan crossed their path. I found both of them, in the cavern of the beast.
How terrible. Why did he go to see the girl in secrecy? They could have... I must recover his body. To give it up to the earth, as is our custom. Where is it?
With the body of the girl he loved, in a cavern near the clearing. But it is a dangerous place. Other Tenlans might still be roaming there, though I did kill quite a few.
I have a duty owed to my little brother. Thank you, Onolmanawi. I will not forget this.
I must be leaving.
Do you have any news? Do you know where my sister is?
Yes. I'm truly very sorry.
Oh no. Nah. Ser Tonsidag, please do not tell me that she is dead.
I found her body in the lair of the great Tenlan, not far from the clearing.
But how could she have been surprised by the beasts? She knew the danger.
She went out to meet the young fisherman. The time must have flown by, into the night. I'm so sorry. We found them both dead.
I must bring her body back to carry out the rite.
You should not go alone. I killed as many as I could, but it would be better to be prudent.
I shall follow your counsel, Onolmanawi. 2 deaths are enough. Thank you. Thank you.
I must leave now. The nests are destroyed, and with the death of the White Tenlan, the attacks should cease. And we were even able to convince the missionaries to leave. Katasak should be willing to follow us now. Let's go and find him.
Катасах. Звучит как кошачий наполнитель.
I can see from your face that you were victorious.
Indeed. I put the white Tenlin down, who was enraging his kind, and destroyed their nests. The attack should no longer trouble you. As for the missionaries, we were able to convince them to leave, although they were not willing to reveal their involvement in the attacks that caused you such harm.
And so they were in some way responsible. I had my suspicions, but I could not see their reasons.
They brought a particularly large beast here that attracted and enraged the others.
This is what provoked the attacks and brought on our despair. These people have blood on their hands.
In the end, we found the missing young ones. But alas, it was too late. Devoured by wild beasts.
Undivorced tier end. You did well on Almanawi. Now they should be able to find the rest.
Will you agree to accompany me now? My cousin needs your help.
I have packed what is needed. I am ready to journey with you.
Фига себе.
This pain, it'll be the death of me. I can't control my body. It's like being a stranger in a marionette set ablaze. Consumed by a smoldering fire. The moment's growing near, isn't it? Am I about to surrender my ghost to the Reaper of Souls? You pop in just when you're needed, cousin, as always. Who are you? Your hand is cold as ice.
Your cousin is burning.
That is such a relief.
Let me present Katisach, Constantine. He is the greatest healer on the island. He will help you.
Please, stay.
I am here for you, Rnaise, and I will not leave until I found a way to ease your pain and suffering. Fill your mind with the patience of the ocean. I know not how much time I will need. I've never seen such a sickness. The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Thank you. Thank you, cousin. I don't want to imagine my plight without your intervention.
Торговое содружество, дружба.
I need to speak with you, my child.
Yes, Petrus. What is it?
I've come up with a plan to put what we've learned about the Mother Cardinal to use.
Do tell.
You will have to take part in a fight in the arena, and we must make sure that the odds are high.
На арене?
To do this, you'll have to face a champion. This will lure her in.
That would effectively raise the odds, but the risk is they'll bet against me.
That may be the case, but the highest bets are based on the exact time of the defeat.
I see. We are going to make the Mother Cardinal believe that I will lose at a specific time.
And by doing so, you'll win something bigger than a fight.
This will make her lose a considerable amount.
Exactly. I've even taken measures to make sure her usual moneylender is unavailable. Without knowing it, she will come to me looking for gold in order to place her bet.
And she will be at our mercy. Is this how you settle scores in Teleme?
This is how all scores are settled, my child. Or on the battlefield. But that's much dirtier. So, what do you say?
It's a complicated plan, but an effective one. Let's put it in motion. Good day.
Welcome. You here to wager? To fight?
I want to challenge the champion of the arena.
A champion? Really? Now, you were asking about Candy Cane. It wouldn't be him that sent you here by any chance.
No, no one has sent me. I'm looking to make a reputation for myself.
Ah, that sounds better. It's true you have talent and the public does like you. Let me think. There's Briscard, one of our old champions. Been a while since he fought, but he did ask me to set something up for him. He's not a youngster anymore, but his name is known. And he's a killer, I'm warning you.
This Briscard sounds like the perfect opponent.
Сейчас проверим.
I'll work on getting things ready for the combat and line up the betting. Until then, make sure you're ready. It'll be a duel, your friends will need to stay in their seats. As soon as you're ready, you'll just need to go and see the arena master.
We should go and see Candy Cane so he can set up our deal. So when you win, she will lose her bet.
You again? What do you want this time?
Why so defensive?
That's right. You know, and that my...
They do say that you are devious. Perhaps too much so for your own good. Go on.
My friend here loves the glory and sand of the arena.
I've gained quite a reputation. Soon I'll be taking on a true champion. I'm no fool though. I know I won't last long against him.
Yeah, I've seen the odds. Everyone expects you to lose within a minute. So what?
Let us suppose that our champion is a little less aggressive than usual.
If the fight can last at least 5 minutes, an informed bettor would win the jackpot.
And I'd keep a little of my pride.
Very well. I'll arrange it. But no dirty tricks. Don't take advantage of the deal and try to beat the champion. If you do, he'll wipe the floor with you. You want to get your money. Don't get too greedy.
Блин, целые сутки ждать.
Ready to excite the crowd? Ah,
Конечно.
there you are. I was told you'd be taking on one of our old champions. Are you ready for the fight? Beware. Contrary to the challenges, this combat must be fought alone. Your friends must remain in the stands.
Yes, I am ready.
So, jump into the arena, and may the better fighter win.
Привет. Да? Не все.
What a brilliant spectacle. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you. It wasn't easy.
Да
Here
ладно.
are your winnings from the combat. You've earned them.
Bravo! A glorious victory, which is made all the sweeter by double compensation.
I don't believe I've ever seen you happier. The thought of holding something over Cornelius seems to do you wonders.
That is true. Politics is an extremely subtle game, and just as satisfying as fighting in an arena.
I imagine we need to go and see her now.
Yes, and I hope you will enjoy the moment every bit as much as I will.
Ну, сейчас посмотрим.
Lord de Sardet. And you, Petrus. What can I do for you?
We have come to offer our support. We have learned that the arena was cruel to you.
Из-за кого,
You
интересно?
know that? Oh, I see. You tricked my informer.
Will you just let him believe that I would lose?
All I did was take the place of your moneylender. You owe me a handsome sum.
All of this just to make me spill the beans, am I right? I didn't expect you to play this kind of game, Your Excellency. It is true, though, that with such a teacher...
Oh, come on, Cornelia. You excel at this game.
It's true. And I also know when to admit defeat. What do you want from me?
We won't use what we know of you nor what you owe us, so long as you act loyally towards the congregation and Constantine. Is that clear?
Is that what you're expecting? Ah, but I'm sure that this sly old fox has something else in mind, right? You hope that I'll support you when you court the rank of cardinal? You haven't learnt your lesson, then? Have you forgotten the abyss into which you plunged because of your ambition last time?
Petrus, what is she talking about?
Cornelia, You don't have the right to use that against me, to disclose what I revealed to you that day.
It was said under the seal of the Enlightened, it's true. But if someone deserves to know, it's him.
No, please.
Since you have no intention of speaking, I will. Petrus knew your mother, child. Your real mother.
My mother?
Прям знал.
Petrus, is this true? How?
Be damned, Cornelia. It's true. I knew your mother. I used to go to the jail to give my spiritual support to the prisoners of the Prince d'Orsay. That's where I met her. She was alone, afraid, and exhausted. And so strange. Obviously, I had no way of knowing that she came from here. The princes kept their secret well.
Why didn't you tell me about it? You knew that my uncle lied to me and you kept quiet.
I was ashamed. Ashamed of having left her to die in that dead-end pit. Completely alone.
Why talk to others about it then? Why does she know?
One evening, in a fit of despair, Petrus felt the need to share this great burden with someone.
At the time, you were the ear of the enlightened, Cornelia. You have broken your vows. Ah, damnation. It's better out in the open. I've wanted to tell you about it since I met you. Now that you know, I want to do something in her memory. I will help you find your family here on the island. The prince sent you here to use you. But I can ensure that all of this serves a purpose.
How could I possibly believe you now? You have used me for your scheming and kept me in the dark.
I understand how you feel, my child. Let's wait a little, until you've taken it all in. Time heals the wounds of the soul. Come back and see me when you are ready. As for you, Cornelia, remember what we have on you. You no longer have the upper hand.
Be careful, de Sade. You now see the real Petrus, sly and opportunistic.
Greenblood, my friend. Glad to see you. I'd like to talk to you about something.
I'm listening.
Remember that note we found in Rolf's office?
Of course. The one that said the recruits had been sent to different governors?
Yes. It was signed with a name I'm familiar with. Herman. Somebody I'd hoped never to cross paths with again. He was the one who founded the camp we closed. And believe me, he has done an incredible amount of damage to the guard. I'm gonna find him and make him pay for what he's done. I know that he's in San Mateo.
Блин, мы только что там были.
This quest for revenge isn't only about what happened to Rainer and the others, is it? Very well. You can count on me. What do you plan to do?
Major Herman is posted in San Mateus. He's part of the Red Sun Regiment now. He's loyal to Torsten, but kept his head down when the coup was dismantled.
Isn't denouncing him enough? He'll be put to death for high treason.
The Guard's reputation has suffered enough from Torsten's scheming, and he has connections in high places. I'm sure he has many supporters.
What are you getting at? Are you going to kill him yourself? If he's well connected, the Mother Cardinal will surely hear about it, and I doubt she'd be pleased.
I know. That's the whole problem. We need to get rid of him without anyone finding out.
Remember that we are talking about San Mateus. We should get rid of your major in broad daylight.
What kind of twisted scheme have you come up with now, old fox?
We need to ensure that he falls into the hands of the Ordo Luminous. They love burning people at the stake. And they don't care too much about who ends up in the flames.
The Inquisitor isn't very fond of us. I doubt we'd be able to convince him.
Haven't I taught you anything, my child? Every man has his weaknesses, including Aloysius. I could help you convince him if you'd like.
I hate those burnings. But Herman, he may be the only one who really deserves it. We'll need to find him, though. And he's been keeping a low profile since the coup failed.
And we've already seen to what extent the law of silence has on the guard.
We need help. Our new commander might be able to tell us who to turn to. She knows everybody.
All right then, agreed. Let's start by going to see her.
Ну, пойдем. Это что хочет?
Ah, Your Excellency, I'm glad to see you. It seems there has been an unexpected development. The manager of the tavern came to find me. He complained of supply problems on the island, and a customs sergeant who is seizing his shipments from the continent. Clearly, neither we nor the palace gave any such orders.
You suspect that these seizures are being used to supply the contraband?
It's the only logical answer.
And you wonder if Egon is involved? Very well, I will find out. No, thank you. Hello, Commander.
Lord de Sade. And Kurt, I believe I should be thanking you for my nomination.
It is your upright and honorable nature that won you this post, not I. Perhaps sometime in the future you'll curse me for having suggested your name.
I hope not. How can I be of service to you?
Поговорить о Германе.
We are here to talk to you about a document we found in the training camp.
A letter, signed by Major Herman. He's behind all of this, Sieglinder.
Herman. Kurt, this is personal now. When will this story be finished? I could court-martial him, but you know how much certain people support him.
I know. He'd probably get away with it. Everyone loves the heroic Major. No, we thought of another way. The Ordo Luminis.
You want to have them burned as heretics?
If he'd been caught as Torsten's accomplice, he would have been drawn and quartered. Do you think that's any less painful?
I don't know if you came to look for my help or my blessing. You have both. But promise me that you'll stop seeking vengeance after this.
You have my word. We just need your help to find Herman. He's been hiding since the failed coup.
And you need help in the San Mateus barracks. Talk to the corporal in charge of the prisons. I know him well. He's loyal. He's from the old school. If he can help you, he will.
It seems to me that the Ordo Luminous keeps its prisoners in the prisons of the guard.
In fact, if you want to avoid drawing too much attention to yourself, you could bring Herman there directly. I'll write you a letter for the corporal. Here you go.
Thank you for doing this for me, Sieglinder.
You're welcome. And don't forget your promise, Kurt.
What do you want now?
We have come to discuss something that concerns you.
Really? I'm listening.
We would like to draw your attention to a man who has confessed to terrible crimes.
Has he professed heresy? Venerated one of the demonic creatures worshipped by the savages?
Not exactly. He's responsible for many deaths, and was one of Torsten's supporters.
Who, as you know, was planning to overthrow your governor and take her place.
These truly are crimes. But they have nothing to do with the Ordo Luminis. You should denounce this man to our governor. I'm sure she'll be happy to have him drawn and quartered.
Unfortunately, this man has friends in high places. I doubt that we'll be able to convince the Mother Cardinal.
Politics. The curse of our society. I approve of your quest for justice, and I will help you as much as I can. I can't have your man publicly arrested without raising too many questions. But if you arrange for him to come to one of our jails discreetly, I'll make sure justice is delivered. The felon will receive the punishment he deserves on behalf of the glorious enlightened.
May he always keep you in his divine blessing, Aloysius. You will soon find this man in your jail.
Anything else?
Nothing. It's all right.
Remember that the enlightened is always watching you.
Мы следим за тобой, ничтожество.
Yes? What can I do for you?
Sir, Commander Zieglander wrote this letter to you.
I wasn't expecting that. Even though I never really liked the Major, the Commander is asking me to do all I can to assist you in your mission. So, what can I do for you?
We're looking for the Major. We know that he was posted here.
Yes, and officially he still is. But I haven't seen him for some time. Following the coup, he was probably expecting us to go after him. The only people he may have told about his hiding place are his lieutenants. Those two are his henchmen.
I see. Well, we'll just have to go and interrogate them.
If we bring him to you, can you make sure he ends up in an Ordo Luminous jail?
Do you want to condemn him to the stake? That's a bit extreme. Listen, I can lock him up, but you'll have to find a way to keep my men from seeing him.
Why is that?
All the guards in the city know the Major. If they see him brought here, they'll want to know why. And they will surely take it out on the Inquisition, which could end badly.
You're not wrong, Corporal. What do you suggest?
If you bring me some sleeping potions, I could put the whole lot of them to sleep. When they wake up, they'll be ashamed of having slept through their watch. But that's better than spilling blood. Exactly. Come see me when you have enough. Anything else?
So you need sleeping potions?
Exactly. Anything else?
We should go.
Goodbye. Yes?
So you need sleeping potions, is that right?
Yes, to put my men to sleep. That would seem the best way of doing it.
Perfect. And then?
When you have your man, let me know and I'll do the rest. Anything else?
We should go.
Goodbye.
Now that everything is ready, we should go find these lieutenants.
You're far from your regiment, Captain. What do you want?
Я бы сказал, откуда ты далеко.
We're looking for Major Herman. I was told you'd know where to find him.
The Major? He must be on a mission somewhere.
Don't play dumb with me, Lieutenant. I'd be sorry to see you arrested as an accomplice.
Listen, Captain. We really don't know what you're talking about. As for your threats, you're not our superior. You're not part of our regiment.
Yet we're here with your new commander's blessing. The Major is accused of treason. You'd better tell us where to find him.
Lies. The Major is a righteous man. We'd give our lives for him.
Really? Let's see you do it.
Guards, help me!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! Death to the others!
May the shadowing
So, are you finally ready to tell us where we can find Herman?
We'll never tell you anything.
Stop! You might be ready to die for him, but I'm not. He's in a warehouse, on the port.
The traitor is probably getting ready to leave the island. What do you want to do with these two, Kurd?
Lieutenants, you're under arrest for now. Go to the commander. She'll decide what to do with you.
At your orders, Captain.
Let's find the Major before he escapes.
Here he is!
What the... Kurt? It's been so long. How did you find me?
Does that really matter, Major? You're finally gonna pay for all your evil, your treachery, and your schemes.
Come with us, Major Herman.
If you think I'm gonna give up without a fight, you're wrong. Soldiers! Seize them!
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
No. What?
You shouldn't be surprised. After all, I owe my talents to you.
Let's lock him up. The Inquisitor will do the rest.
чё так? Дневник майора Германа. Все готово к началу операции по плану генерала. Новобранцы, прошедшие подготовку в призрачном лагере, идеальны. Рольф не подвел. Кто-то сообщил предстоятельности о планах генерала. Многих наших арестовали и казнили. Я решил сбежать из казармы. Мы, покровители, не позволили бы приговорить меня к смертной казни. А мои. Но эта старая карга так взбленилась, что лучше не рисковать. Какой позор! Мы мечтали о величии, о городах, которым будем управлять. А теперь я прячусь в каком-то провонявшем рыбой старом сарае.
Kurt, are you all right?
Yes. Better than ever. You cannot even imagine how much I hated that piece of filth.
What did he do to you?
As you may have guessed, I suffered the same treatment as Raina. The only difference is that I survived, and there's even more. Believe me, I'm glad that these memories went up in flames along with that bastard. Thank you, Green Blood. Thank you for helping me as I go through all this. I'll never forget it.
I'm happy you came to find me. Allow me to apologize once again. I should have spoken to you sooner, told you what I knew, and not betrayed your trust.
Indeed, you should have.
As I said, I'd like to make up for it and help you find your family again.
How do you intend to do that?
As you now know, I knew your mother. We had trouble communicating at first, of course, but we gradually learned to understand one another. She was important in her village. Based on what I know today, I think she was a Donegad. She told me her name, Arelwyn, and told me about her family. She even gave me a pendant for you. You were only a child, so I gave it to Mrs. de Sade for safekeeping.
She gave me a necklace when I went to say goodbye to her. She said it was a family heirloom. Did my mother tell you the name of her village?
No. But I'm sure the Norts can help us. They were the ones who took your mother to the continent.
It was such a long time ago. How can I find out if they remember?
The Norts record everything down to the gentlest breeze. They must have written something in a logbook somewhere. So, do you want to try and find out where you come from? Do you want to find your relatives?
Yes. All this is so new to me, but I suppose so, yes.
Let's go then.
You have come at the right time, Your Excellency. I am in a delicate situation and your help would be invaluable.
I'm listening, Admiral.
Captain Reuben warned me that he suspected a member of his crew of being a spy. It is almost certain she sent secret navigation information to foreigners.
Why ask me to take care of it?
This is a very serious accusation. One that results in a member of the guild being expelled. The Norts are like a family, very connected, but also likely to carry resentment. I think an external view is required to be certain that there will be no bias. Anyway, their ship is anchored at New Serene. Your authority will allow you to get more answers than us.
I see. What is the exact nature of the information that could have been sent?
It's up to you to find out. But all the Norts know how we navigate our ships. You've seen the techniques we use, and you know we want to keep them secret.
I agree. Where can I find Captain Reuben?
At the port in your town. You know his ship. It was Captain Vasco's before he landed. I'm counting on you, Your Excellency. We must shed light on this case.
I have come to talk to you about a personal matter.
After what I revealed to you, I was sure you would come back to find me. What would you like to know?
You told me that I was born on one of your ships. Of an islander captured on the island.
We'd like to know about this woman's origins.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I did not take part in those expeditions. And our old archives are far from here.
Is there no one on Tier 3D who can help us? Please.
Very well. I do know an old captain who could perhaps help you out.
Where can he be found?
His ship is moored in the port of Hikmet, if I'm not mistaken. His name is Captain Lissandro.
Thank you for your help, Admiral.
Desarde?
Yes, Admiral?
Don't get too caught up in the past. That one in particular. Nothing good will come of it.
Whether or not we choose to get caught up in it, Admiral, the past always catches up with us. Sadly, I'm paying the price of this.
What brings you here?
The Admiral asked me to shed light on your little problem of indiscretion in your ranks.
I see. I would be happy to answer any questions you have.
Спросить, кого он подозревает.
You told the Admiral that you suspect one of your crew members.
Indeed. The young apprentice sailor, Alba, a committed volunteer from Ptolemy. She only joined us a short time ago. Did you want to know anything else?
Что вызвало его подозрение?
What led you to these suspicions?
Well, the girl's behavior. She was very eager at first, very willing, almost too much. Then, suddenly, she became nervous. She isolated herself and did not speak to others. She's a recent recruit, which inevitably raised some doubts about her vocation. Sometimes I saw her hanging around my cabin. My papers were often disturbed. And since we've returned to port, she's almost never on board. Well, you can understand my concern, but you should probably talk to the other members of the crew. They may know something else.
I have the feeling that what aroused your suspicions most is the fact that she was a volunteer.
You must understand that volunteers are very rare, especially from Ptolemy. Their beliefs are quite contrary to our philosophy. Did you want to know anything else?
Какие сведения могли быть проданы?
Do you know what information she may have sent?
I don't know exactly what you know about our navigation methods.
Let's say that magic does not have much to do with it.
I see. Well, of course she knows that too. She saw some of our machines on board, and by searching through my papers, she could get even more sensitive information. Did you want to know anything else?
That'll be all, Captain.
Hey, happy to see you again. How have things been going for you since your crossing?
Good, thank you. Even if I've got quite a list of errands to check off.
Then straight to it. What can I do for you?
Спросить об Альбе.
I'm looking for a Naut. A young woman going by the name of Alba.
I know her. She joined our crew at the same time as our new captain. Did you try the tavern? Don't give me that look there. I've kept from the bottle since that story with Jonas, you know that. No matter. When we're at dock, there's nothing much else to do. It might be that little Alba went there to take a look. Anything else?
I need to go.
Smooth sailing.
Your Excellency, it's a pleasure. What can I do for you?
Can you tell me anything about Alba?
I don't know her very well. She only joined our crew recently. But she pulls her weight. You can't hold that against her. You might say she shows a little too much zeal even, at times. That being said, ever since we got here, I found her a little distraught. You could even say nervous.
Would you know where I could find her?
No, I wouldn't. Where's she missed roll call? Well, I hope she didn't do something stupid. These committed volunteers, we never know if we can trust them. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Farewell, then.
Your Excellency, I am so pleased to see you again.
The pleasure is shared.
What can I do for you?
I would like you to tell me anything you can about a member of your crew. Alba.
She joined our party recently, but I like her already. She works hard and is full of courage. You know, she is one of those rare Nauts that joined of her own volition, and she did everything she could to become one of our own. Until we arrived here, she suddenly became distraught and frightened. It brought back memories.
Do you know where I could find her? I'd like to ask her some questions.
No, I've not seen her for a while. Maybe at the tavern? She was playing cards there from time to time.
Все дороги ведут в таверну.
Your Excellency.
И там как раз еще одно задание.
Watch out for yourself.
I'm afraid these little secrets have not helped us a great deal.
Это
This
точно.
Alba had just enlisted. She was happy, then changed her attitude. But is she a spy?
We were told that she was sometimes at the tavern. We should take a look there.
This time,
These drunkards will eventually start fighting. We can't let them get away with it.
One more word.
That's it.
You can shout all... Come on, gentlemen. Please calm down.
Hey, you are guests here. Behave appropriately.
Who are you to give us orders?
That's true.
You want to see how tough? Oh, you don't know who you're messing with.
Я воевал, говно.
Your job as legate involves managing fights between drunkards.
Типичное быдло.
You better get out of here unless you want to end up in jail.
Oh, he thinks we'll allow that to happen. On guard, sir! On guard!
What can I pour for you?
Так. Упомянуть об Альбе.
I'm looking for a young Naut. She goes by the name of Alba and sails on Captain Reuben's ship.
I wouldn't know who that is. Why don't you go and ask that fellow over there? He often shares a bottle with the sailors. He might remember your Naut. Anything else?
Так. Поговорить о проблемах с поставками.
Manfred, the quartermaster of the barracks, told me about your supply problems.
And he sends you? Damn. I didn't think a legate would act in person, but it's nice to see that our problems are taken seriously. I'll explain. Alcohol has been scarce in New Serene for quite some time. Our suppliers in the town are constantly victims of theft, to the point that they're no longer able to supply taverns. I could have managed if my monthly delivery from the continent had arrived as planned, but customs seized my goods.
Did they give you a reason?
Conservative seizure, they said. Time to check that everything is in order. And now they tell me that they can't return my goods because they've been stolen. Can you believe?
Жиза.
If even customs are getting robbed, what hope do we have?
This is all rather suspicious. Don't worry. I'll go and see these customs officers and get this cleared up.
Hey, look at that! The upper crust coming to slum it at the tavern.
Change your tone, soldier. You're speaking to the legate of the congregation.
Oh, my apologies, Captain. I didn't know. How may I help you?
Видел ли он Альбу?
We're looking for a young Naut. She's part of Captain Reuben's crew.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. A girl who loses her pay with style. But I don't know where she is. She looked sad last time I saw her. Didn't have her head in the game.
Так, говорила ли она про секреты?
Have you ever heard her talk about secrets or documents she would like to exchange?
Are you asking me if she's a spy? No idea, she told me nothing. But if that's why you're looking for her, I may have seen things that might interest you. I'm often mistaken for a drunkard, so they pay no attention to me. But I see everything.
Что он видел?
Tell me what you saw.
I'd like to tell you all that, but my throat's a little dry,
Так,
my
понятно.
friend. Do you want to know anything else?
That'll be all.
Блин, пропустите, а? Что за говно?
What can I pull?
Give me a bottle of your...
There you go. Oh,
Tell me what you... This should quench your thirst. So, what did you see?
Well, returning late at night, I spotted a guy I'd seen before at the tavern. He often spent time with the Norts, and he was in the street, fiddling with a stone, looking suspicious. So, I took a closer look when he left. I thought he'd stashed money or something, but no. There was a box under the stone, but there was no gold inside, just papers. They were messages, and from the look of the guy, they couldn't be love letters. Now, I don't know how to read, so I couldn't understand what it was about, but maybe those were your secrets?
Where is this hiding place?
Cross the bridge at the exit of the town. On the left, look for the stone. The box is underneath.
Thank you, soldier.
My pleasure, friend. Do you want to know anything else?
That'll be awesome. This stone must be the one the soldier told us about. Look, it hides a box.
Someone exchanges secrets using this box. But who?
Well then, we'll have to catch whoever uses it red-handed.
Oh, I'm a little old for hiding in the bushes, but if that's what you want to do...
We can see everything from here. If someone comes, we can't miss them.
Shall we wait here? Someone is approaching. Maybe our spy.
This guy is only an underling. We should follow him.
Well, gentlemen, what are you plotting?
Fool! They followed us!
But I was careful!
I'm the legate of the merchant congregation, and you have been caught plotting treason. So I suggest you talk. What do these messages contain, and what are they about?
You're wasting your time. I won't say a word.
Прибегнуть к угрозам.
Do you realize that you are suspected of espionage and conspiracy? Don't you think you better explain yourself?
Wait! I don't want to end up in jail. It's not about the secrets of the congregation. Let me explain. Some time ago, it was rumored that the secrets of the Norts were for sale. My country was interested. So I started exchanging messages as you've been doing. The Nort who was willing to give up these secrets demanded a fortune. He also wanted to become a citizen. But we were only at the negotiation stage. For the moment, I have received nothing concrete. Just promises.
Who is the Nort you're talking to?
I've no idea. The messages were signed White Rose. But I doubt it's a real name.
Very well. You seem to be telling the truth. And give me the message in your possession before leaving.
Very well. Here it is. Now, if you'll allow me, I will leave the town.
Customs Officer Alric. What can I do for you?
Desarde, I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. I've been told of some issues with customs. I would like some clarification.
I'm listening, Your Excellency.
Рассказать о конфискации товаров у трактирщика.
I was told that a shipment from the continent bound for the tavern had been seized as a precautionary measure.
Yes, it's possible. We seize cargo sometimes to verify that all taxes to the town have been paid.
Randomly, without a prior formal order.
No, I don't know. Perhaps we received a complaint. That happens sometimes.
I suppose all entries are noted in your records.
Naturally, but I assure you that we only do our job. It was all routine.
Кража конфиската.
I was informed that customs was robbed.
Yes, these thieves have quite the nerve. Someone even stole personal belongings this time. Since then, I've put all important things in the chest, but I lost the key. Probably on my way here.
Let me summarize. You have confiscated some goods, perhaps because of a report, but you're not sure. Then that same cargo was stolen from you, along with other things in your custody.
Exactly, Your Excellency.
You are either the worst customs officer I've met or the biggest liar.
Listen, Your Excellency, I made a mistake. It's true, I should not have ordered this seizure. In fact, it was late and, counting the crates would have taken me hours. I decided to postpone it. In the meantime, the goods were stolen. It's unfortunate, but I'm not useless.
You haven't even informed the authorities of this robbery. This is all rather suspicious, Officer Auric. So I think it's necessary to conduct this inspection with a search.
Please, Your Excellency.
I'm sure the contents of this chest would be very informative. Maybe we should go to the docks to see if we could find the key that this scatterbrain has lost.
So...
Так, показать серебряную монету.
Look at this.
You work for Egon. Have you come to ensure my loyalty? Well, you can tell him that I didn't say anything, right?
In fact, you just did. So you are a member of this gang?
No, you don't understand. But I am trapped. And it's been like this for months. I am forced to pull off all kinds of tricks in order to settle an old debt.
Egon?
Yes, sir. Either I do what he says, or I lose my children. I've already paid off my debt 100-fold, but he maintains his hold over me. And now I have no choice but to obey when he asks me to divert larger shares of cargo.
Could you help me identify him?
I'd like to, but I've never met him. He gives me his instructions in writing, or sends his men.
I plan to put an end to this individual's activities, so anything you can tell me will be useful.
I hope you manage it, Your Excellency. For the sake of my children. Maybe you could come to the meeting he's arranged tonight.
Do you think he will come in person?
I don't know. This is the first time I've received a notice like this. I fear he'll punish me for arousing the innkeeper's suspicions. He doesn't let anything get past him, you know.
Very well, I will come. If only to avoid you paying the price for your stupidity.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I'll meet you at the North Gate in the evening.
No offense to our new friend. I'm not sure this Egon will come in person. I'd be surprised if he'd bother moving just to lecture a small fry in his business.
Ah, Your Excellency. So, what did you discover?
There is indeed a spy among the Nords, but the spy's identity remains to be proven. Take this. I have recovered this note, which seems to suggest that your secrets have been offered to several buyers. The Alliance citizen we met did not win the bid.
I knew it. My logbook has just been stolen, and of course Alba is missing. Do we really still need proof?
This book must be found at all costs before Alba sells it. Your Excellency, can we count on you once more?
I would like to help you, but this island is vast. How could I possibly hope to find it?
Alba is from Teleme. She probably took refuge in San Mateus.
This reduces the search area a little. What do you say, Your Excellency?
This is a trail that deserves to be followed. I will keep you updated, Admiral.
there you are. Are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
We have a meeting next to the quarry. As we are early, we should be the first to arrive.
Perfect. I'll hide until they get here.
He will certainly not come alone. I beg you, don't wait to intervene if things go wrong.
Be confident. I won't abandon you.
You should get in position. He'll be here soon.
My friend, I'm so glad to see you. Because you owe us some explanations, don't you?
Sir, let me explain. I wanted to do well. I was just a little rushed and...
Silence, fool. Not only have you been so clumsy with your handling that the quartermaster was informed, but in addition, you dared to plot with this legate, a noble that has already cost us dearly. Do you no longer love your children, Alric? You want us to get rid of them? Is that it?
No, Mr. Egon, I beg you. Don't hurt them. I didn't have a choice. The legate came for an inspection, but I didn't tell him anything. I swear.
It's a shame, Alric. Egon loved you, but would replace you with someone else soon enough. Someone smarter. Get rid of him. I don't want to hear from this little roach any longer. As for me, I'm leaving for Hikmet. Try to be discreet. This legate doesn't seem willing to let go.
We're committed to protecting this man.
If we're going to help him, we will probably lose track of our man.
Maybe everything you want. Let me live. I owe you my life, Your Excellency.
Don't mention it. Alas, all this was useless. This man was not Egon.
I'm not sure that it's a person, Your Excellency. It may be the name given to the leaders of the
Типа Ниган.
I don't know. But I will never be at peace until you arrest them, that's for sure.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. But how can I find this man now?
He said he was going back to Hikmet, which is where he sends the stolen alcohol. I'm sorry. I have not been completely honest with you. I could have told you that earlier, but I knew that without your protection, I would not survive. The deliveries are sent to a dispensary outside the town. No doubt to avoid arousing suspicion.
A dispensary? But what are they doing with all this alcohol?
I'm not sure, Your Excellency. But you'll no doubt find out if you go there.
Well, at least the fright Egon gave Auric managed to loosen his tongue.
Just thank the enlightened that a captain who took part in these expeditions is right here on the island.
It is indeed a stroke of luck. I hope he remembers my mother.
Do not worry. If his memory fails him, he may have kept his diary from that time.
These islanders are drunk, and these guards don't look that official. I think we found where all the alcohol reserves on the island end up.
On your way. There's nothing for a highness here.
Sorry, but we're entering all the same.
Oh yeah, we'll soon see about that.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my health.
Ой. Фига себе сдуло.
This is the man we saw at the quarry. We must stop him.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
Surrender. You are under arrest.
What am I accused of?
You are a high-ranking member of a criminal organization that has named itself Egon. And you did not hesitate to order a murder. So, even though the attempt failed, the gallows await you. Unless you decide to reveal everything you know.
I won't say a word. I won't give you anyone. I'd rather die.
If you really thought so, we would not be talking. You will be taken to New Serene. Manfred will know how to make you talk. Hello there. My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
I am Captain Lissandro. Pleased to meet you. I don't believe I've had the pleasure before. Yet your face seems familiar. How odd. Well, what can I do for you?
Поговорите о похищении матери.
Admiral Cabral advised me to speak to you about a matter of some concern to me.
The Admiral? Coming from a legate, I should have expected that. So?
You are the only one on this island that can help me.
Really? Oh, I think I understand. That's why your face looked familiar. The congregation is good at keeping its secrets, isn't it? This story is not a new one.
25 years. 25 years since the Nauts brought a woman who was captured on this island to Serene.
I remember, and yet it wasn't the first time. But on that occasion, a child was born.
So you can understand why we'd like to learn where this captive came from.
Yes, yes. I have seen more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. But what have you got to do with all this?
I met that woman in Serene. I got to know her well.
Listen, it's not that I don't want to help you, but my memory is no longer what it was. I wasn't the captain at the time. I wasn't the one who decided where we moored the ship. So I don't see how I can help you find out where this woman came from.
Рассказать о своих отношениях с нафтами.
You said it yourself, Captain. You've come across more than a few Nauts looking for their parents. Seaborn, sea-given, all of them were torn from their roots, even if they found a new family. And you've clearly had the same experience.
Absolutely. You are indeed the child that was born on our ship. You speak like one of our own. Very well. I need to look in my old logbooks. I'm sure I'll find something. Wait for me here. I'll be an hour at the most. Here it is. I found my old logbook. There's a passage in it that would probably interest you. Your mother came from a village on the plains in the southeast of the island. I'm talking about a place where the bones of the whale are visible from the coast. I believe the natives call it Vignamri.
Thank you for this information, Captain.
It's nothing. I'm getting sentimental in my old age. Good luck to you.
So here you are on the verge of discovering your mother's village, of finding your own people. How do you feel?
I don't really know. I'm a little lost, I suppose. All of this is so new to me.
I understand. Mrs. de Sade was loving. She raised you with tenderness. And today you learn she is not your real mother. I'm sorry.
Hello, Your Excellency. What can I do for you?
Узнать, допрашивал ли он капитана.
Was the captain we arrested transferred to you?
Yes. And we began to question him. It appears that he was paid by Governor Buren. The governor tasked him with weakening the natives as much as possible in order to muzzle the rebellion. They were trying to poison the natives with alcohol, but they needed a lot to do it. Their entire smuggling operation revolved around that.
Did you contact the governor?
Yes. He sent us a letter apologizing, saying he didn't know he was dealing with criminals. His letter was accompanied by a letter of marque to compensate the merchants who suffered in this case.
Which doesn't mean that he will abandon these despicable methods. Is there any news on Egon? We're no longer certain it's even a person.
Even though that name might refer to the organization, someone must be leading it. And that's who we have to stop. Alas, for now, the captain doesn't want to tell us any more. So the interrogation continues. We're waiting for answers on that point. I need your help in another case.
I'm listening.
The Admiral sent us a furiously worded letter. One of their ships was commandeered by our troops. They accused the San Mateus garrison. But I know Herbert is quartermaster. He's an honest man. I'm not saying that the Admiral is lying to us, but I don't understand what could have happened. Whatever the case may be, the Admiral is threatening to refuse all transportation to our men. This will not only hurt the Guard, but also all the nations that employ us. We need someone diplomatic, able to piece this whole story together. Can I count on you?
Yes. I will go see Admiral Cabral and try to understand what happened.
De Sade, what can I do for you?
Спросите о корабле, захваченный стражей.
Manfred, the quartermaster of New Serene Garrison, told me that he'd received a letter from you. Was one of your ships hijacked by the Guard?
The Trident and its crew were commandeered by the San Mateus garrison. Commandeered? We will not let ourselves be threatened by these land pirates. The Guard has no idea who it is dealing with. I've already sent several of our warships to board the Trident and release its crew. The Guards taken on board shall be given no quarter.
I understand, Admiral. But Quartermaster Manfred was as surprised as you to hear this news. That's why he asked me to investigate. The Guard never gave the order for such an operation.
So these mercenaries do not even know how to manage their men? Remarkable. We will not deal with the Guard until Manfred cleans up his ranks. No more of these hireling thugs will set foot on my ships. The nobles will just have to do without their bodyguards.
I will tell them, Admiral. And know that I am fully aware of the problems that caused this act of piracy. Not only for the Guard, but for all the nations on this island. I will do everything to find those responsible.
Thank you, Your Excellency. I will eagerly await your news. Anything else?
I need to be going. The Admiral knows that we can't do anything without the force of the Guard. By prohibiting them from transport, she is putting everyone at risk, leaving us to take care of the problem.
If only I could get my hands on the bunch of idiots who did such a stupid thing. Nort who gave us information when they had problems with the Inquisition. Do you remember him?
Yes, I remember Fernando. Let's go and see him.
Greetings. Quartermaster Herbert. I'm in charge of these barracks. And you are?
De Sade, legate of the congregation.
Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. And what can I do for you?
Спросите о захвате корабля нафтов.
Quartermaster Manfred sent me.
I was expecting such a visit. And I'm glad Manfred sent an external investigator. This commandeering business may just spell the end of the Guard. Without the Nord's transport, we are finished. I don't understand what could have happened. I can assure you that we have never issued an order to that effect. It's as if some members of the Guard obey others' commands.
We had trouble with a criminal organization within the Guard. I wouldn't be surprised if they were behind this matter once again.
Oh, this is terrible news, Your Excellency. How can we sort the good apples from the bad?
By speaking to those in charge of those in command of this town, and trying to unravel the truth from the lies.
Since you neutralized Major Herman and his gang, 3 lieutenants have been leading the troops, while waiting for a new senior officer to be appointed. They are Lieutenants Alexander, Klaus, and Ermelind.
Do you think they're honorable?
I won't vouch for them, if that's what you're asking. I don't know them well enough.
Thank you, Quartermaster. I'll go and find them. Hello, Lieutenant. My name is Desardet.
Oh, you are the legate of the congregation. You're quite the celebrity amongst our ranks. I am Lieutenant Alexander. Did you need me?
Спросите о захвате корабля.
I'm conducting an investigation into the illegal commandeering of the ship the Trident. We must work fast and find out who organized this act of piracy. Or we will all pay the price. Do you know the men who seized the ship and who they served under?
All I can tell you, Your Excellency, is that I'm sure they were not under my orders. As foolish as it sounds, we don't know the identity of the soldiers involved. Since our previous commander's coup attempt, there's been tremendous upheaval. We lack senior officers. The registers are not up to date, and many men are on the run. I suspect the supporters of the coup who escaped the trial may be responsible.
It's not impossible. I dealt with Major Herman, who was serving Commander Torsten, but I didn't take care of his men.
It's only an idea, of course, but one that seems most logical to me.
I'll leave you, Lieutenant. Hello.
Desardet, legate of the merchant congregation, right? Nice to meet you, Your Excellency. Lieutenant Ermelind, at your service.
Well, I didn't know I was so famous. Can you tell me anything about the ship that was commandeered by the guards?
A complete act of piracy, if you want my opinion.
Do you know who these guards were and under which officer they served?
No, and no soldier is missing here as far as I know. This is very strange. But since the commander's attempted coup, everything has gone to hell here. Men start muttering as soon as we have our backs turned. Some recruits have suffered violence, but refuse to name their attackers.
Do you think something is going on?
It seems obvious to me that some people took advantage of this unrest to line their own pockets.
I see. Thank you. I'll leave you to it.
Your Excellency, if you really want to know what's going on in this barracks, find me tonight near the church.
To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Quiet. No one must know that I spoke to you. I am Sergeant Franz, and I'm prepared to help you. Don't forget the church tonight.
Hello, Lieutenant. Desardet.
Lieutenant Klaus. What can I do for you?
I'm investigating the illegal commandeering of a Naut ship that took place here in San Mateus. Do you happen to know the men responsible and the officer they served under?
I'm sorry, Your Excellency, but I don't know. I only took office in this city 2 weeks ago. I'm just getting to know my troops. I was sent here to remedy the lack of officers following the arrest of the commander's men. Are you sure that this commandeering is not the isolated act of a few homesick recruits?
Not totally sure, but it's very unlikely. Managing the crew of a Naut ship requires great numbers and organization.
I see. In that case, sorry for not being more useful.
Farewell, Lieutenant. The Lieutenant's interrogation produced nothing. This sergeant is our only lead.
With this gang's reign of terror, we were lucky to have come across him.
Ah, here you are. I wasn't sure you'd come. That will be understandable. It's better to be wary with Egon.
What do you know about this organization?
More than I would like. I'm part of it. Now ask me any questions you want. We don't have much
Нормально. Почему он согласился помочь?
If you're part of this organization, why did you want to talk to me?
I joined this gang some time ago, without realizing the extent of their power. I naively thought that it would only be a matter of completing a few small secret protection missions, but I found myself involved in a sordid business with the young islanders. We capture them to sell them as slaves. They're very popular in brothels. I participated for a long time, without batting an eye, but I ended up bonding with one of the captured islanders, and the horror of this trafficking has finally hit home. I don't want it to happen to her.
Так, о людях, захвативших корабль.
Who took possession of the ship, and for what purpose?
Soldiers from the garrisons, members of Egon's organization. The boat was supposed to be used to transport the island captives to the mainland. Someone must have had enough of only being able to move a few slaves at a time, hidden in the holes. Now they've pulled this big stunt. They've not only attracted the wrath of the Nauts, but also your attention. Egon would never have made such a mistake, and they'll make the fool who did suffer dearly.
Так, спросите о главарях банды.
Do you know who Egon is? Or at least who runs this organization?
No. Everything is very compartmentalized. Each group knows only its direct superior, never the one above. Not only do I not know the big boss, but I don't know anything about his other activities.
Кто отдает ему приказы?
And who gives you your orders?
Lieutenant Ermelin. That woman is ruthless. After the business with the ship, she decided to make a clean sweep, probably to avoid the wrath of Egon. She told us that we had to get rid of the islanders we still held captive. She wants to clean up behind us to avoid leaving any trace. My friend is among them. If I can't find a way to stop Ermelind, she will die.
If we want to prevent this massacre, we will have to intervene quickly. Where are the islanders held captive?
They're kept in a former logging facility on the outskirts of town.
Is it well guarded?
Знакомое
No,
место.
numbers are small to avoid arousing suspicion. But when Ermelin comes with her troops to get rid of the young people, it'll be a very different story.
Well, we'll take control of the operation before that happens, by getting rid of the guards. When Ermelind and her soldiers come, we will use the element of surprise to neutralize them.
With all due respect, there will be many. Are you sure you'll be able to face them?
We could ask for help from one of the native clans. The Storm Warriors, for example.
Do you think they would?
If it only involved us, I doubt it. But it's about saving their own young people. They'll also be able to give them shelter when we free them.
We will need to act quickly. I fear Ermelin will take action any moment now.
I'll go get help in Vedlug as soon as possible and take care of the operation.
Thank you. I'll arrange to be appointed as the scout for Ermelin's squad. That way I can let you know when we arrive.
We should go to Vedlug.
Yes, Storm Warriors will be a good asset.
Is it you who helped my warriors discover what the men of the Red Sun were doing?
Indeed.
Then I thank you. It's probably because you are an Onolmenawi that you are different from the other Renaigse. What do you seek?
Так, попросить воинов для освобождения
I
пленников.
have come to ask for your help, Deirdre. A group of guards captured young natives and turned them into slaves. But now they want to get rid of them to avoid drawing attention to themselves. I want to free them and stop these guards. But we will need support from warriors.
Who's to say this is not a trap?
Рассказать, что ждет пленников.
These prisoners are to become slaves in the cities and on the continent. They would be far from their land, forced to obey the orders of the Renaigse, no matter what they are, treated as objects instead of people.
The Renaigse consider everything as objects. Trees, animals, even people. I'll help you catch those monsters. And I hope they'll be treated like objects too.
The prisoners are in a former logging facility near San Mateus.
I know where it is. The Renaiks massacred the forest there.
We will get rid of the guards there and release the prisoners. But if any soldiers are sent to kill them thereafter, can we rely on you to intervene?
I will send you my 2 best warriors. I can't give you any more right now. They will find you where the forest has suffered. Anything more?
Так, что там про демонов?
Do you know anything about a demon that would be worshipped by your clan?
It is not enough to take us for idiots. And now you accuse us of bowing down to evil creatures. But the lack of understanding leads to fear. So I will not prove you wrong. An enemy who knows fear is already defeated.
О миссионерах.
Tell me about the missionaries that came here.
They came to meet us and used their magic to shake our minds, tempt us to turn away from our ways. But it takes more than a few illusions to make us abandon our beliefs. They gave up and left, and we do not miss their presence. The woman and her guards came after that. They are more silent, but we keep our eyes open wide. Anything more?
Concerning this story about...
Enough! Enough questions. I have...
Here is the logging facility. The prisoners must be in that cabin.
Так, здесь можно обойти.
No one passes.
I will
Да ладно.
pass without your permission.
Maybe unlucky. Protect me in this battle.
You're free.
Thank you. May the trees always bear fruits on your journey.
It was Sergeant France who told us where to find you.
France. So he kept his word. I had hoped he would.
Stay hidden here for now. We will set a trap for the people who captured you.
Then we will fight by your side. They will pay for what they have done to us.
No, you're in no condition to fight. It's better that you stay here. When we are done with them, you can return home. Thank you for coming to lend us a hand. I'm surprised. Deirdre said that she would only send 2 warriors.
She told Esseld your story, and we wanted to come. Young people from our clan have been captured, and we believe they are here. When Xavier also sent a warrior for the same reason.
We are most grateful for your help. Thanks to you, we can stop those who captured them.
You're there. Were you able to get rid of the guards?
Yes, and we have released the prisoners. But there are still others that we have to defeat.
I see you've managed to bring allies. With them, we have every chance of winning. Ermelind and her troops shouldn't be long. You should take position.
Anything to report, Sergeant Franz?
Negative, Lieutenant. Everything is quiet.
Where did the guards go?
I don't know.
How can you not know? Hey, what's going on?
Maybe unlucky. Protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others! To my help! And death to the others!
Че бегут?
Protect me in this battle!
Your magic is one.
We got them.
Make sure Lieutenant Ermelind is shackled and brought back to San Mateus. She will probably be sent to New Serene to be interrogated by Manfred. She has a lot to teach us about Egon.
I hope she can help you put an end to all of this.
Can we all go home now?
Yes. We will escort you.
Break, It's thanks to you that I realized what we were doing. I hope you'll forgive me one day for being one of those monsters. In the meantime, I will do everything I can to help stop this smuggling for good.
You are a better man than you think. Friends, when you're finished, return and see me at Wen Xavier. I will be glad to see you again.
We should go. Let's report to Quartermaster Herbert.
Всех монеты серебряные.
Your Excellency, I was told you'd returned with prisoners.
Yes. Lieutenant Ermelind organized the slave trade on behalf of the organization I told you about. Her men captured natives who were then sold here or smuggled to the mainland. We also found out that they commandeered a Naut ship to speed things up.
What madness. I guess Manfred will want to have her questioned. Lieutenant Alexander, you will accompany her with some men.
Quartermaster, at your orders.
And you, Sergeant. I understand that you participated in the despicable actions of this traitor.
It's true, Quartermaster.
I recommend clemency. Without his help, we would not have discovered what this was about.
I see. You will accompany Lieutenant Alexander. Manfred would like to talk to you, but I will make sure that he knows what role you played in this case.
Thank you, Quartermaster.
Well, I'll let you get on, sirs.
Thank you very much for your help, Your Excellency. Travel safe.
Well, things seem to be in order here now. We should go and warn Manfred.